Fuck, I turned it the wrong way. I did not mean to turn it this way, man. Shit. Oh well, we here now. Too late. Nope, too late. Nope, too late. Shout out to the people who hate it when I drink water when I come on to the live feed or do video. I always do that shit. And they hate when I do that. What going on, Deron? Married to the Mile. Big money in the building. Big money, big money. What up, everybody? What up, Smitty? Big Pond. Jay, you gonna dye your dreads in the future? Nah, I'm a man. I'm a grown man. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I'll leave that for the females. I'm cool. Is it clickbait? Hell nah, it ain't no clickbait, man. I'm going home, bro. Like, I'm going home, man. I'm going home. Going home. I can't even think of a home. I can't even think of a going home song. Alright, so check this, people. No, this is not clickbait. It kind of is, but it ain't. It kind of is. When I say I quit, what I mean is that I'm just giving up, man. I'm giving up. Like, when I came out here for this tour, as KB the trucker calls it, shout out to KB. He calls it a tour. You know what I mean? So when I came out here, the goal was to come out here for 5 weeks, right? Really like 5.5 weeks. The original goal was to go home August the 28th, which is the day before my gender reveal with my wife on the 29th. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really wanted to. I wanted to go there. That shit is still like about a week and a half away. Today is the 17th, so that's still like 11 days away. So, you know, just short of 2 weeks. And I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I'm tapped out, man. You know, as the OTR driver, for any rookies that may be in here, for any people who may be newer to trucking than me, less than 4 years or whatever, like, you know, everything ain't for everybody is the best way that I can put it. Everything ain't for everybody. So when I say that, I mean that, yes, you have some people who can come out here and can run for 5 to fucking 10 weeks at a time, you know, 3 months at a time, you know. Sinister did like 6 months, you know what I mean? But I'm not built for that anymore, you know what I mean? I used to do that with Swift, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was because, you know, I wasn't used to this type of money. You know what I'm saying? When I say this type, I mean like over $2,000 a week. So it was new to me. I was excited to be making it. I didn't think I would keep making it. I don't know. It was just like that new money effect. You know what I mean? But, you know, so I used to, with Swift, man, I used to stay out for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You know, I think the longest I stayed out at one time with Swift was like 13 weeks. You know what I mean? And, you know, honestly, no disrespect, but with most mega carrier leases, you kind of have to stay out for a long period of time, to go home for the equal amount of time, like with a Swift lease, or with like most mega carrier leases, US Express, USA Truck. From what I've seen, like if you a lease op and you run 4 weeks, because of your fixed costs, you know what I mean? Like you only going home for 4 or 5 days. You pretty much are going to have to run just like a company mega carrier. And that's no shots. That's no disrespect. I'm not saying that to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like on this side of trucking, you know, the percentage side, and you know, what's going on? Call me Cooley. On the percentage side, on this the real owner op side, or whatever you want to call it, I'm just seeing that you don't gotta go stupid hard to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? As far as when I say stupid hard, I mean staying out for a long period of time. You know what I mean? And you know, talking to the wife last night, we was going over the numbers, and I'm debating whether or not I want to go over these numbers with y'all, because like I really don't want to come off as I don't want to come off as like flexing. I don't want to come off as braggadocious, but I feel like if I go over these numbers with y'all, it would make the picture a little more clear as to why I feel like I can go home. Like I don't gotta stay out for another week and a half. Like I can go home by the end of this week. You know what I'm saying? By like say a Thursday or Friday, the end of this week, and really stay home for like 10 days. You know, if I really wanted to. Shout out to Iowa. I see you. I love Iowa. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm tired. Like, I'm just being honest, I'm tired as fuck. Like, if I'm just keeping it a buck, why every time I click on your name, something you're always down. Like, I'm not down, bro. You read the room, bro. Read the room. That's what your button be saying. Read the room, bro. Obviously, clearly it was it. You know what I mean? Read the room. But yeah, man. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired as fuck. Like, even now, I still got like 7 hours. I mean, I'm good right now in this actual moment, because I'm about to start driving after this live feed. I'm about to go and throw it on personal conveyance and finish out this load of hand sanitizer. But after that, I just went ahead and texted my dispatcher yesterday. I was like, fam, route me home after this. He was gonna try to send me back to Cali, and and have me back home by like that Thursday, Friday. Take that 34-hour reset, stay out there on the road, go hard till Christmas, and take 4 months off. VL runs the dog shit out. Yes, they do. VL runs the dog shit out of you, bro. Hey, Rob Carpenter, a 34 ain't gonna fix this. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. Like, you gotta understand how comfortable is your bunk bed in the cab. Very comfortable. I sleep straight. You gotta understand, Rob, there are some type of like tires where a 34 can fix. But I've been feeling like this whole load, pause. Ever since I picked this load up, I picked this load up, man, like it's been like, I don't know. Like, you know, when you get to that point, you be in the truck and you just irritated at everything. Like, everything bothers you. You know what I'm saying? Like, stupid shit bothers you. You don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just, you just don't want to deal with nothing. It's like it almost feel like a depressed feeling. You feel me? That's when it's time to go home, because that's when you stop caring about everything that's going on around you, because you're trying to zone out. In my opinion, that's when you're the most dangerous. That's when you're the most dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really paying attention to detail, because you're so irritated by the detail. So you are more dangerous to yourself and those around you. If I'm being honest, like, if we're gonna turn it serious very briefly, like, you know what I mean? And as a husband and a father, I don't want you around my family on the road if you're feeling like that. So why would I be out here around other people's family feeling like that? You feel what I'm saying? You have the option to run how you want. Absolutely. That's why I went Lease. Do VL put new mattresses in the trucks? Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I wouldn't have got it otherwise. You take that. Yeah, I'm going home, man. I do 2 weeks on the road. It works for me. and wifey, and sometimes I may want to be home every weekend. I do go home, do that with his best friend. Yeah, I mean, I ain't talking about going home that frequently, but I do think that 4 weeks is like my top out. You feel what I'm saying? Like 4 weeks is I think it's gonna be my limit, to be honest. And you gonna have some people, people talk shit. They run heavy and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They come from the Trucker Brown University of run until you drop, and then run some more, and then run until you die, and then come back from the dead and run some more. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't from that ilk, man. I got a family at the crib that I actually like to see, and running that hard now, you just don't have to on this side, man. I'm be honest, yeah, you just don't have to. Would you consider mentoring again? Mentoring, no. As far as having a trainer on the a trainee on the truck, yes. As far as using my CDL instructor certificate that I have, that one day I will use again in the future, yes. So yes, when you say mentor, more like instruct, yes. But mentor like training on the road, no. When you get that irritated by everything, it's time to push through it, because that's when you may get to the next level. In certain cases, but 4 weeks too long for me. Another note: harder you run, faster trucks wear it down. Yeah, man. Like it's like I've been putting a lot of miles on this truck. Like, okay, I'll give y'all this number. Let me verify it, because I gave my wife. I gave her all the loads that I had. That sounded crazy. I gave her all the trips that I've done since I've been back out here on the road, and she totaled it up to about, I think it was like 13,884. Let me see if that's right. No, that's not right. What was it? That's what it was. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, give or take. She calculated all the miles that I ran in the last 4 weeks, right? And what she came up with was, I think altogether I've ran like, hold on, let me see, hold on, because I don't want to give y'all no incorrect shit. Yeah, that's about right. I've ran about 13,884 miles in the last 4 weeks. I feel you. That OTR had me ready to be on some GTA stuff. I had to take my ass to the crib. Facts. Does EL offer the best lease purchase program in your opinion? I mean, that's hard for me to say. Daniel, because I'm so far I've been doing very well. So from my perspective, from the 2 leases that I've done with Swift and VL blows mega carrier leases out the water. No need to run that hard leasing. Never have I ever, even when I was leasing. Yeah, call me coolly. Like, I'm peeping that, bro. Like, again, like, if I was to give y'all these numbers, man, I feel like it would kind of justify my case. Maybe I'll do it. Let me read these 2 comments and I'll give y'all my numbers. We all been there. You need some home cooking and familiar surrounding friends, families, and smash time. Come on, man. Tell them again, Robert. Do you haul mostly hazmat? Absolutely. But I mean, people hear hazmat and they get so scared, man. Let me explain something to y'all, man. As long as you're willing to do a thorough trip plan and, follow the simple rules of stopping at railroad crossings, not parking that close to the interstate, shit, like, hazmat is not that hard, people. Hazmat is not that hard. Like, a lot of times I be hauling like totes, like them big ass totes. I haul that. I'll haul barrels. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it. Hand sanitizer is very popular right now. So hand sanitizer is flammable. I'll haul like those totes of like alcohol. That's why you need the tanker. Like dumb shits. I'll haul barrels of like the acid shit. And that's really the most popular hazmat load I be hauling is totes, barrels, and hand sanitizer, except for these hand sanitizers ain't flammable I don't think there's that many up there. But it's not like people hear hazmat and think, boom, you know what I mean? And it's just not that, man. I promise y'all, man. I swear it's not like that. But I feel like you've been seeing the better bread now, so it's not so you need to be killing yourself. Yeah, man. I've been doing all right. I'm training right now. Told my DM I was not in a good headspace. Told me I will be right after I got off the phone. Got into now, I'm kicked off the truck. Yeah, man. So, all right. So, boy, all right. So, all right. So, let me preface this by saying, let me preface this by saying, this is not to flex. This is not to brag. This is just, I feel like this is a decent amount of money, but I do understand there are people who don't need to make this much money, as well as there are people who make a ton more than what I'm about to show you, okay? What I'm about to tell you is good for me and mine, and we Gucci, okay? So I want to preface what I'm about to say by saying that, because I just don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come off as flashy. So, for example, here's the deal. I have ran, like I told y'all, I have ran like 14, this rounded up, 14,000 miles, right? 14,000 miles. If I was a company driver, right? If I was a company driver at 70 cents a mile, I would have made $9,800 as a company driver. All right, as a company driver at VL Trucking, 70 cents a mile. If I would have ran these same miles, I would have made like 97, because it was really like 13,880 something. So I just rounded up to 14,000. So as a company driver, that's what I would have made. 10 bands. Oh, excuse me, 9,800, 10 bands, round it up, do what you want. 9,800. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I made as a lease op, but just think about that for a minute. If that's the money I would have made, 70 cents a mile, running these same loads. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you do the math. You feel what I'm saying? So on average, you take them 14,000 miles in 4 weeks. What does that average out to? Divided by 4. For those who've been hitting me up, asking me what type of miles I've been doing. Am I really getting the miles that I say I'm doing? Let me help you. That's 3,500 miles a week, man. For these 4 weeks, I've been running 3,500 miles a week, average. Now, granted, the way that the pay period has been going, you got to understand, like, every week hasn't been 35. Like, 1 week was stupid big. The week before may have been lower. But if you got to look at it from a 4-week standpoint, because that's how long you was out here. You got to, and then you have to make the decision, okay, I'm investing 4 weeks of my life in this truck. You have to make the decision, is the 4 weeks that you invest in and what you getting for investing on 4 weeks, is it worth this? No, my truck is governed at 70 miles an hour. My truck is governed at 70 miles an hour. If you don't believe me, call VL Trucking right now, ask them what their trucks are governed at. So I average 3,500 miles a week governed at 70. At 70. If y'all want more specific details, fine. Okay, let me kick it to you like this. Get your calculators ready, get your notepads ready. So, cause I know y'all like the fact check, cause I'm trying to do the best I can to give y'all information without telling you my specific detail because I just don't want to. Again, man, it's just it gets messy when people start putting out numbers and shit like that. Okay. When I left home, I'm gonna give y'all my trip by trip. All right, I'm gonna give y'all my trip by trip. So get ready. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes. I'm gonna take a swig of this water, and I'm gonna give y'all my trip by trip up until tomorrow. I'm gonna give y'all every load that I've gotten. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your shit's 75. You faster than me. These new Freightliners, these Freightliners they got from truck country, governed at 70. All right, here we go. When I left out the house, I went to Chesapeake. Picked up a load from Chesapeake. Went up to, shit. What part of Milwaukee was that? Casa something Milwaukee. I can't even think what the fuck that shit was called. Casa Zoo? Or some shit like that, Milwaukee. Casa Zoo or some shit like that up in Milwaukee. That load was 1,000 miles. I was still a company driver then. Chesapeake, Virginia to Casa Zoo or some shit like that. Up in Milwaukee. After I delivered that load, that's when I decided that, you know what, man? Let me lease this truck. Let me stop being a bitch and let me lease this truck. So I signed my paperwork right where I'm sitting at right now in the cab of my truck. I ain't even have to go by the terminal. I thought I was gonna have to go by the terminal, which is the only reason why I asked them to take me up that way towards Illinois, which is where they at, because I wanted to go by the terminal, sign the paperwork. But they told me I could do it on the phone. They sent me to join do electronic. I did the electronic signature. Truck was mine. There you go, Kalamazoo. Yeah, my man. Appreciate you. From there, I went down to I think I dropped down 200 miles to Kakazee, Illinois, where the fuck that was at. I'm telling them to fuck these names up. Calazee, Illinois. Wherever it's 200 miles south of the Kalamazoo, Michigan. Not Michigan. Was that say Michigan? No, I was in Wisconsin. Not Michigan. Kankakee. It might be Kankakee. I'm fucking these shits all up. But anyways, Chesapeake, Virginia. I know, right? I'm not. It's just those two. I swear the other ones ain't gonna be this hard. I swear to God. Okay, so Chesapeake, Virginia to Wisconsin. To Wisconsin, that was 1,000 miles. From Wisconsin, I dropped down to Illinois. That was about 200 miles deadhead. Picked up a load going to Fresno, California. So we had 1,000 miles from Chesapeake to Wisconsin. From Wisconsin down to Illinois, over to Fresno, California, it's about 2,400 miles. 2,400 miles. When I got to California, delivered in Fresno, I went up to Pittsburgh, California. So from Fresno, California, I went up to Pittsburgh, California. I hope y'all paying attention. Kenosha, thank you, Jesus Christ. I went up to Pittsburgh, California. Picked up a load that went from Pittsburgh, California, down to Eloy, E-L-O-Y, Arizona. Eloy, Arizona. It was a backhaul. So I took it down to Eloy, loaded, and then took empty canisters back up to Pittsburgh, California. That load altogether was, I think it was like 160 miles deadhead from Fresno to Pittsburgh, California. And then total miles from Pittsburgh, Cali to Eloy, Arizona, back up to Pittsburgh, Cal. That was a total of 1,750. 1,750 miles. 1,750 miles. Now I'm giving y'all the mileage. I'm not giving y'all what I was making I might do it. I might do it after if y'all want. I don't know. We'll see. So it was $1,750. So after that load was delivered back up in Pittsburgh, Cali, I then deadheaded 300 miles south. And I talked about this in a previous video I uploaded. I deadheaded from Pittsburgh, Cali, all the way fucking down to Rancho Cucamonga. I keep fucking that all up, but whatever. 300 miles down to Rancho Cucamonga to go then 2,100 miles to the same place I'm going now in Indiana. So altogether, 2,400 miles. All right, so for those that's trying to keep up, 1,000 to Wisconsin, fucking 200 to Illinois, 2,200 to Fresno, 160 to Pittsburgh, Cali, down to Eloy and back, 1,750, down from Pittsburgh to Rancho Chocamundas. Oh, Rancho Chocamundas. Okay, thanks. Appreciate the anger mechanic. Was it down there 300 miles, and then from there to Indiana, 2,400 miles. 2,400 miles. 2,200 miles. I'm sorry, 2,200 miles. No, 2,100 miles. I'm fucking up. 2,100. So altogether it was 2,400, but it was 300 deadhead, 2,100 miles over. From there, I did 600 miles from Indiana to PA. 600 miles from Indiana to PA. That was a load because I picked up in the same town that I delivered to. So it wasn't really a deadhead. So 600 miles from PA to, I think I delivered in Lancaster. And I delivered in Lancaster, and then I deadheaded 100 miles to Mount Bethel. That was, and then that's when I picked up so I deadheaded 100 miles, and I picked up that 2,900 mile load that was only like 2,600 pounds that I took all the way to, I can't even think what part of Cali that was. Fuck. I don't remember. Hollister. Was it Hollister? Yeah, Hollister. Yeah, Hollister. Hollister, California. So 2,900 miles from Mount Bethel, PA to Hollister, Hollister, Cali. Went there, and then I went up, I think it was like 79 miles to, I can't remember that city, but it was up 79 miles to pick up a load of I think it was like acid. My bad, I don't know what happened, but anyway, 79 miles I went up, and I picked up acid, took it down 350 miles, 350 miles down to what did I deliver? That was LA County. Just say LA County. So I delivered to LA County. So when I did that, it was 350 miles. I picked up this same load that I'm on now, and now I'm on my way back to Indiana to deliver the same load of hand sanitizer, and I'll be there by Tuesday. So if you want to calculate those miles, I did that with my wife last night. I think, like I said, we came up to 13,000 and like 13,884, I think is what we came up to. So I just rounded it up to 14,000 miles. And that was every load and deadhead that I have done from the time I've left my house till up until tomorrow when I finish out this load. So yeah, man. So when I say I quit, I'm going home, I'm tired as fuck. I'm tired, man. Now granted, that's how VL has been running me is I'm doing 34s. So when people say, oh, you can run recaps, with the way they've been running me, recaps just won't work. It just won't work. It just won't. I won't be able to put down as many miles over a 7-day period like I've been able to do. So I'd rather just take the 34. And honestly, with the type of running I've been doing, without the 34, man, I might have passed out by now, to be honest with y'all, man. Because I've been, like, my 34, I'm sleeping. Like, you know how you take the 34 and you go and you know, well, you can't go to the movies now, but you go find something to do. Now I'm in my truck and I'm sleeping. Because it's just, that's how they've been running me, man. I've been getting it, man. I came out here with a purpose. I came out here with an agenda. I came out here with a second chance on life, man, and I've been treating it as such. You know what I mean? So let me go through these comments right quick, and I'll debate whether or not I'll tell you how much I made on gross anyways. Hazmat back on my license come to VA. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you. Will VL hire you and give you time to get your hazmat? I'm from New York. It takes forever to get your hazmat. Nah, I'm gonna tell you honestly, James. If 3 people apply and 1 doesn't have hazmat and 2 does, the way at first they did take people with hazmat or without hazmat, but I guess because they're becoming more popular, they're kind of sticking more towards the hazmat drivers. So I wouldn't tell you not to apply. I would just say don't be surprised if they kind of move slow if you don't have a hazmat, because that is a lot of their customer freight hazmat loads. It's about a 3-month process, South Carolina. I just seen Jay video yesterday when he said he made 30K on his 4th year trucking. This motivation, especially during the pandemic. Hey, man, like, I'm just telling you, bro. Like I told y'all, man, I only made like 27,000 last year, man. And a lot of that was on me. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. You know what I mean? My inconsistencies caught up with me. And last year was horrible for me, man. Oh, my God. Especially with that whole butane bullshit. Like, the money that I'm making now is the money that I thought I was going to be making last year this time with the butane. That's the funny thing about it. Like, this is the money I thought I was going to be making. The money I'm making as a lease operator, owner operator, whatever operator you want to fucking call it. Like, you know, this is the money I thought I was going to be making as a company butane driver 365 days ago. So, yo, what's good, Jay? It's Eric. We spoke like 2 weeks about VL. Just completed my first week in Utah right now, about 2 drops, then headed to. How's it going for you? Man? How you liking it so far? Okay, came in late. Inevitable fatalities. Keep your head up. Appreciate that. But yeah, so, you know, I'm tired, man. I'm going home. And I'm going home for a long time. I'm going home for like 10 days. Cause I done made a fuckload of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the load, the Chesapeake, the Wisconsin joint paid $2,000. From Wisconsin to Illinois, or the Illinois to Cali, paid like $3,600, which that was a shitty paying load, but whatever. That was $3,600. The Pittsburgh, Cali to Eloy, Arizona and back, that was $4,200. The 300 deadhead to LA to do the hand sanitizer to Indiana, that was $5,700. The Indiana load from Indiana to Lancaster, PA, that was $1,600. The load from Mount Bethel to Hollister, Cali, that was $4,900. The load from that I went up 79 miles and then down back to LA, that was $1,000. And then this load that I'm on now, taking this to Indiana, is like $5,000. So, you know, averages out to about right at like $2.02, $2.03 a mile, give or take. The lows going from west to east been paying stupid, but the lows going east back west is the ones that you kind of take a loss on. You make $1.70. You know what I'm saying? $1.60. You know what I mean? I think the lowest rate I've hauled these last 4 weeks was like $1. It was that load from Illinois to Fresno for 2,400 miles for like $3,600, I think. So that was shitty. That was like $1. What is that? $1 and fucking. It was 24. Oh no, my bad. 36. 24. Yeah, it was like $1.50. Yeah. $1.50. That's the lowest that that's the lowest rate I've pulled for is $1.50. The highest rate I've pulled for was like $2.68. That was the load from Indiana to Lancaster, PA. Was technically that joint was like 597 miles, so 600 miles. So that shit paid $2.68 to go 600 miles. So that's what I've been hauling in between. So, you know, I'm sure that somebody will say that that's boo-boo, and I'm sure that somebody will say that I don't touch anything under $2 and da-da-da-da. I just don't have that type of I don't have that type of knowledge yet. I don't have that type of connections. I'm just trying to learn and make money while I'm learning. So, you know, I can tell you as a hazmat, dry van, owner-op, I would say that, like, if you headed east, coming from Cali, everything out of Cali is paying pretty decent. Everything headed to Cali is paying below average because they know you going to Cali to get money. It's crazy that it works that way, but do you take anything for your memory? Do I take anything for my memory? Well, I don't understand what that means. Enjoy your time overall. I would have never done lease. And that's what I was saying. Like, some people may feel like the money you can make as a company driver, it is no point to lease. But some people, everything ain't for everybody. That's just my new saying. Everything ain't for everybody. They cool. Everyone in management dispatch is about business. You wasn't lying when you say they will run you logs. Definitely does call to make sure you. I told you, man. I'm in the 2017. What you in? I told you, man. They on it. Jay, you ain't got to say what the exact numbers you make. Just give us a ballpark number between two numbers of an average per week. I like to make the move to go lease, but I need that motivation. I just if you can't put it like this, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but if you can't put together what I make based off of the information I just gave you, I don't know what else I can. I mean, I just told you. I pretty much just told you all the miles I've driven and how much I got paid for all those miles individually and all together. You know what I mean? So, hey, man. You know what I mean? It's a decent amount. I show my settlements. I average 3,000 a week. I'm happy with that, and I got monthly lease 1,300. Salute to you, Herbs, to enhance your memory. I would not remember all that. Oh no, I don't take nothing. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very, you know, I'm very like this means a lot to me. You know what I mean? So attention to detail is just very, 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 you know, important with shit like this. So you just gotta remember and know things, and it hasn't really been a lot to me. Like, so altogether, how many loads is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only done 8 loads in 4 weeks. 8 loads in 4 weeks. Chesapeake to Wisconsin, Illinois to Cali, Cali to Arizona and back, Cali to Indiana, Indiana to PA, PA to Cali, Cali to Cali, Cali to Indiana. Yeah, I've only done 8 loads, so that is, I think that's why too. Is you know, it sounds like a lot, but you know, when you really break it down, it's not as much as it seems. You paying too much for an old truck. That's a matter of opinion, man. Honestly, like I did research on my truck. I know where it came from. It came from I posted that video yesterday. I found out my truck came from Martin Transport. The information that I've gathered so far, Martin Transport seems to take pretty good care of their trucks. So this truck at 409,000 miles, I'm not super worried about a major catastrophic breakdown. Granted, I'm prepared for it, but I'm not worried about it as in this moment right now. So you know, that's just, you know, a matter of how much money are you willing to spend to make money. You take money to make money. That's just as old as the 10 Commandments. It take money to make money. So if you're not willing to spend no money, then you ain't ready for your business to make no money. Stay company. Go make your, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, man, if I would have been a company driver, I would have made like $9,800 in the same 4 weeks. That's not bad at all. At all. Please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. That's not bad. But again, I would have ran them 4 weeks and I would have only been able to go home for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the money that VL Trucking is paying people, man, like you should be able to go home, or you know, you can go home for a longer period of time. Like, you got to think 4 weeks out, 4 days home is the structure of a mega carrier. You're not making this money at a mega carrier, from my understanding, unless somebody got some special situation that I have not yet been made aware of. But you're not making this type of money at a mega carrier, so that algorithm, for lack of a better term, works better for mega carriers because you're not making that over the top money or that, you know, above average money. You feel what I'm saying? So with the average mega carrier, you're making at 4 weeks, you're probably making like 6 to 7 grand. You know what I mean? So you're not trying to go home for longer than 4 days, 5 days anyways, because you got to go back out, depending on your monthly expenses at home, you got to go back out and make money for the next month. But what you can make here, I feel like, like with my expenses, or lack thereof, like even once we move, I mean, like my expenses is gonna be like less than $3,000 a month. Like really, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be less than $3,000 a month because we downsizing, man. I gave up that house and all that flashiness and lifestyle, trying to look great on Facebook and Instagram and all that bullshit. Y'all can have that shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. All these YouTubers be up here flexing and, ooh, look at me, look what I'm driving, look what I got, and look what I'm doing. Hey, bro, you can have that lifestyle. We going to stay in this apartment for at least 5 years. I found me a nice renovated apartment for $1,500 a month. All the appliances brand new and all that shit. My electric bill is gonna drop expeditiously. I don't even know if that's a word, but fuck it. Like, it's gonna drop tremendously. You know what I mean? So my electric bill should never be over $100 again. You know what I mean? Like, my family is happy with that. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, the only thing I'm debating on right now is what I want to do as far as the car payment. I'm really back and forth. I'm really back and forth between what I want to do with a car. Part of me want to go buy a car for like $5,000 to $10,000 cash. But after what happened with that Tahoe and them brakes going out on my wife, man, it's hard. It's tough mentally, you know. And then if I get a car payment, like, well, because of how bad my credit is, it's like I really don't want to be paying a bunch of money, like $400, $500, $600 on something that I don't absolutely love. So the car that I'm looking at is very, you know, it's about 30 to 35 grand. I'm looking at that fucking Hyundai Genesis G90. That shit is nice as fuck. You know what I mean? And with the type of money that I can make, like, I can swing it, you know what I mean, and still be fine and still keep my expenses under $4 grand a month. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I'm gonna go back and forth with that for the next couple of months. I'm not making a move until the end of the year before my baby get here. So that's something that I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do. But besides that, my monthly expenses is not ridiculously high. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just not really, it's not super like it was before. Like when I was in that big ass house I had, some months, man, I was paying over $5,000 a month just for house bill, cell phone, you know, the 2 cars that I had. Yeah, that shit cool on paper, but you got put gas in 2 cars, car insurance on 2 cars, maintenance issues on 2 cars. I had 2 cars and 2 houses. I had a house and a guest house, and I had 2 cars. Both of my cars were V8s and big bodies. I had a Grand Marquis and a Chevy Tahoe. So that shit looked great on Instagram. Like, oh, he doing this thing, he's living life. Whoa. But in real life, to maintain that type of lifestyle is a very, very, very expensive, man. Very expensive. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. That shit is tough. That shit is tough. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, when you look at it, like, it's just that's not a way I choose to live anymore, man. I choose to be a lot more. I'm trying to be a lot more modest, and frugal, I guess is the word, with my money. And I think that's another reason why this lease is becoming, you know, successful, because I'm getting to keep the money that I make. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like my man always tell me, you know, you want to hold on to the dollar as long as you can before you spend it. You know, the way I was living, I was getting $1 on Friday, that shit was gone by the next Wednesday. And that's just not a productive way to live. You know what I mean? So let me read some of these comments. My bad. Leasing a good move for me, man. Is more paper, but it ain't even about that much as the control of where you go, and when you do go is lease purchase, so you on the rock. Fuck what they talking about. Straight up, West Baltimore. How much you paying weekly in fuel? Rough estimate $1,000 to $1,500 because my APU was broke. So when I go home, I'm gonna get my APU fixed, so that should start saving me about $100 to $200, really like $200 a week in fuel. So that'll come. Those numbers will come down. Do you PC a lot? Does DOT fine? No, I don't PC. Like with VL trucking, whether you're a company driver or a lease driver, you have to call and get permission to go on PC. You have to call and let them know when you're done. The only reason I'm about to go on PC for this load is because it's a FEMA load, so you can PC on FEMA loads. But you got to do a 10-hour break after you're done. 2017 as well. Quick question: when running Cali loads, from what I understand, your trailer can't be longer than 40 feet, or you have to be in the 6-hole when you taking load heading there or picking up. Well, see, a lot of times when I've gone to Cali, my loads have been so light that my tandems are already up anyway, so I don't really have to play that game. A lot of these loads, that's the other thing, a lot of my loads aren't super heavy. Like the heaviest load I've had is like maybe 40,000 pounds. So a lot of times, you know, I've rarely had to play the slide and tandem game with the loads I'm getting. Would you recommend as a driver to start as a company driver first with VL to get a feel of things before leasing? 1,000%. That's what I did. 1,000, and that's what made my transition so smooth, because I already knew my dispatcher. I knew how he liked to run. I knew the ins and out of the company in 30 days, and you know I had a feel for it. So I recommend that 1,000%. I recommend that with any company that has company and lease drivers. I recommend experiencing both. You know, unless you're just like a big boss owner op and you go into a company that only has owner ops. Congrats. Glad to see you are aware. You are away from the mega fleets. As you go and learn the game, the miles will drop and home time will increase. That's what I'm hoping, Mid-Atlantic. Facts. I only have 10 months experience making this much, and most guys with 4 to 5 are just starting to make that. That's a fact, you know what I mean? Sell the car, fuel efficient only. I don't have any cars. Hey Jay, you said 13,000, how many miles? 13,884. Yeah, 13,884. How much did the house cost? The house was like, the rent was $1,500, but I had 2 of everything. I had 2 electric bills, 2 water bills, 2 of everything, because I had a guest house. So like I said, most months I was paying over $5,000 to maintain that shit. How are they about using a personal conveyance over that VL? Because like I said, whether you're an owner op or you are a company driver, you have to call logs every time you want to use it, and they will you got to tell them why you're using it. You got to tell them how long you're going to be using it. And then you got to call and tell them when you're done. Some people don't like that, but it's not that big of a deal to me because I'm doing 34s every weekend. So, like, I'm not really worried about running out of hours. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it hasn't been that big of a deal to me, honestly. And it's actually probably saving me because, you know me, man. I'm a dude, you know what I mean? With bad credit, you finance a 30,000 car, you be paying like 70K. Nah, you wouldn't. It depends on how fast you pay it off. What about the daycare? Man, the daycare, let me tell you what happened with the daycare. Let me take a swig of this water. I got 122 people in here, man. I need like 50 likes, and I'll tell y'all what happened with the daycare. Give me 50 likes. 50 likes. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe. Hit the bell. All that shit they be telling y'all to do. I need 50 likes. Come on. I need 50 likes, man. I'll tell y'all what happened with the daycare. I need 50. 50. 50. We at 42. Where y'all at? Oh, we 6 away. Whoa. Whoa. 4 away. We need 50 likes. 50 likes. That means you too. 48. 50 likes. Woo. All right, boom. So what happened with the daycare was this. Here's what happened with the daycare. And this shit is part of the reason why I'm so motivated to run as hard as I'm running. It's part of the reason that I really realized I needed a restart on life. And some people may be able to relate to this. The daycare was and still is a dream of my wife's. It's something she's always wanted. It was always her passion to work with kids. What happened with the daycare was when my income became lackluster, inconsistent, not what it should be. It forced us to, because originally the daycare was just like extra money. You know what I mean? It was just, well, babysitting. It wasn't official daycare. It was babysitting. It's a difference. But it wasn't like incorporated in our budget. You feel what I'm saying? Like that money wasn't even. It was just always extra bread that we just had sitting there. When my money started dropping, we had to depend more on the daycare. And what that created was this stressful, like I turned my wife's dream into a job. And that shit, it really, like to this day, it fucks with me. You know what I mean? Like I turned her dream into a job. Anybody who runs a business can kind of understand what that means. You know what I mean? Because some things you do just because you have passion for it. Some things you do just because you love to do it. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like the equivalent I always say when you go from OTR trucking to local trucking. OTR is like a fucking fantasy sometimes, man. It's a lifestyle, it's a dream. It's just sunshine and just happy skies. But when you go local, it almost like a snap back to reality because it comes like a job, and you can, I feel like you get tired of local before you get tired of OTR. Because OTR, you can always just take a week off, 2 weeks off, recharge your batteries. Local is non-stop. And when you're running a daycare is like damn near 24/7, you know what I'm saying, like operations in a sense. So it just got to a point where my baby was stressing out. We was getting in more money arguments than we had ever gotten in. It just became almost like a hostile thing where it was just like a burden at that point. You know what I mean? And I just was like, yo, like this ain't what it is, man. And then when she got pregnant, my wife has had 3 miscarriages. It's something that we, have been struggling with for some years, trying to have more kids. And, she's a high-risk pregnancy. You feel what I'm saying? That's why we are so blessed to be 18 weeks now, almost 19 weeks. Super blessed on that. Give me a like button for that. Put little prayer hands down there. We blessed, super blessed for that. Any women that are in here that have been attempted to be pregnant, or any dudes with their significant others that have been attempted to be pregnant, know that struggle. That's a real struggle, man. That's a tough struggle. You feel what I'm saying? So when she got pregnant, it was just like suddenly clicked in me, man. You know what I mean? Like I honestly, I can say that my second child kind of saved my mindset. It kind of just snapped me out of whatever I was in. This second baby just kind of just was like, yo, what the fuck you doing, nigga? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what the hell? Whoa, my nigga, you on a bunch of bullshit right now, bro. You trying to be somebody you ain't. You trying to follow behind this dude and that dude and this dude and that dude and this dude and that dude. Trying to, my nigga, you got your own family. that you got, you know what I mean? It just, like, that second, her telling me she was pregnant, it brought me back, man. You know what I mean? I don't know where I was at. Wherever I was at, that shit brought me back. And so that's when I was like, okay, hold on, man. I'm moving like a bitch nigga. I'm moving like a weak ass nigga. I got to fix this shit. So that's when I was like, okay, boom, this is what we gonna do. That daycare, shut that shit down, give it away. So she gave it to her aunt. Gave the whole thing away to her aunt. And I was like, yo, we about to change. We about to restart our lives. Because me as the leader of this family, I have led us astray. Like I have led us astray. I have done us wrong. You put your faith in me as your husband and as the father of my son and my unborn child, and I have failed you because you are here stressing, you know what I mean? And now that you're pregnant, if you thought that I was about to let her be pregnant, stressing to run this business because I won't do on my part, fuck no. Absolutely not. It just, again, it snapped me back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just flipped the switch. I just flipped the switch. Click, click. That it just happened just like that. So, and that's when I was just like, and then that's right around the same time that she got in that accident with the truck, where the brakes went out on her. You know, for those who don't follow my Instagram, trucker named Jay, you should go do that. But my wife got in an accident back in June in one of my cars, the Tahoe, where she was driving down the road over in Norfolk off Tidewater, and the brakes went out. Like, the brake lines literally snapped. And she got sent into oncoming traffic while pregnant. And I was in PA. You know what I'm saying? And I was with the I was doing the running out of the port, and she called me crying, panicking. She had literally just got in an accident, and I, you know, it was just like, fuck. Like, she was in this vehicle that I just bought. Like, I bought this thinking that I was upgrading, looking cool. Oh, I got a Tahoe. Ooh, look at me. And that shit, you know what I mean? So it just, everything happened. And it just, again, man, I was like, yo, okay, hold on, man. We just got to hit the reset button. People be like, oh, you can't hit the reset button on life. Bullshit, you can when you got a fucking CDL. You heard me. You can when you got a CDL. You might not can do that with a regular, you know, no disrespect, but a bullshit 9-to-5 job, yeah, it's real hard to hit that reset button. But when you got this commercial driver's license, let me tell you something. It ain't nothing but a goddamn, man, listen, nothing but a phone call. It ain't nothing but a motherfucking phone call. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like, that shit just, that's what happened with the daycare. That's what happened with my life. That's why, you know, when you hear me talk about restarting my situation and starting life over, I gave away my cars, gave them away for free. Gave the Tahoe away for free. Gave the Mercury away for free. You know what I'm saying? We moved out the house. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was like, yo, we cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Now we about to, we moving in next month to our apartment. And, you know, that's why I'm just, again, I don't want to come up here and try to braggadocious. Like, oh, look at me now, I'm doing it. Like, nah, man, this is long overdue for me. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to do it right. We was talking about it last night. Like, we gonna do it right this time. Like, I'm gonna be 30 in February. She gonna be 30 in March. We going into our 30s. We about to have a 6-year-old and a newborn baby. We got to get it right this time. I don't got time to keep making all these mistakes that I've been making for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years over and over and over again. Like, I gotta fix it. It got to be right. This got to be perfect. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why my energy is different. That's why I feel different. That's why I feel confident, and I feel better than I have in a long time, because I can see it now. It's starting to actually, like, I've been talking for a long time, but shit is actually starting to, like, form. Actually, or, like, I don't know the word. What's the word? Articulate? Not articulate, but, like, what's that fancy word when shit start to happen for you? Whatever that word is, yeah, insert there. Thank you. But, so that's why I'm just, you know, that's where it is, man. That's, so, you know, that's what happened to the daycare. I kind of took that and went left, but hey, man, you know, that's why I always tell my subscribers, man, I'm just being vulnerable with y'all, man. Yeah, like, y'all was actually manifest. Thank you. So, hey, Robert, you've been on. I'm about to get Robert to subscribe. Robert been working hard all live feed. He the real OG. Manifest. Look, everybody wants to say, sorry, Robert got it first. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff has been starting to manifest for me, man. So, you know, it's just been it's been a blessing, man. Like, I can honestly say that. Like, you know, that's why am I saying, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive, because you just got to. You got to, man. You got to stay safe, of course. You got to stay productive, and you got to stay positive, man. When you move like that, a lot of this shit that I've been, you know, quote unquote preaching, I haven't been living by. You feel me? So, while playing online spades, you gotta practice what you preach, man. And you gotta be consistent with it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just blessed to still be in the fight, and I'm blessed to finally starting to I feel like Buster Douglas, man. I'd have been hit by Tyson and he caught me, but I'm back up and I'm ready to come back and knock his ass out. You feel me? And shock the fucking world. That's just my mindset right now. I'm Buster Douglas after he got up. Like, okay, all right, word. I took your best. Like this all you had. You know what I mean? Like Muhammad Ali against George Foreman. Like that's all you got? And that's the way I'm looking at life right now. Like, you done threw all this at me. This all you got? Okay. I done almost died 3 times in the last year. That's all you got? Like, stage 4 kidney disease. Fucking uncontrolled blood pressure for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this financial crisis, all this inconsistency, all this negative mindset that's been on me and life been throwing at me. That's all you got? Oh, I'm good now. Like, what's up? I'm ready to knock your ass out. You know what I mean? As in life. So that's just why I'm like, my fire is back. My energy is high. My confidence is growing. And I'm just ready to keep going, man. I'm just blessed to have found this opportunity with VL Trucking. And I don't mean to overhype no company, man. I'm not trying to turn into that, that guy for the company, but they pulled a brother out, man. Like, for real. They gave a brother opportunity to do something that none of these other, like, some of these other leases, because I've been looking at leases for a while, man. You feel what I'm saying? And some of these leases, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, some of y'all is some garbage ass leases, man. I don't mean to shit on nobody's situation, but it's my job to educate and inform people when they are doing something that isn't proper. If you are in a lease that you are not making more than $2,000 a week consistently while running OTR, that is a garbage lease. I don't care what nobody say. I'm sorry, just the truth. In that shit, like tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's too much risk that we take in these trucks and away from our families to not be getting paid our worth. You gotta know your worth, man. You feel what I'm saying? And just, that's why, I don't have a problem job hopping and telling these companies to suck my dick, pardon the phrase, but I know my worth. You feel what I'm saying? I've seen the other side of the paperwork. A lot of people, don't really, they just take shit for what it is. Nah, I'm an investigator. I need to see, I need to know everything I can. I've seen the other side of the paperwork. And if you've seen the other side of the paperwork, we getting robbed. As truck drive, we is getting robbed, fam. No gun needed. You heard me? I'm talking about like payday loan robbed, like title loan robbed. They robbing us, like, and I can't even say blind, like, cause like they just robbing us, bro. Like, it ain't even a robbery. Like, we giving money away. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see the other side of the paperwork. A good fighter knows how to bob and weave when needed. Footwork can win a fight. That's a fact. Take online classes, have a plan B. Trucking is so much up and down as you see go through it. That's a fact. You got the best YouTube trucking story by far. I appreciate that. Turning the corner is another way to say things are manifesting in your life. Okay. Good to hear you in a better position. Been following you for years. Appreciate that, Reggie. Online classes, get something in high demand and spend more time with your friend. I got some, like I said, I got some stuff in the works, man. I can't go into the specific details of it, because it's just, so you can't give everybody everything. I give y'all a lot. Like, I give y'all a whole lot, but I can't give y'all that. I got some shit in the works. That's all I can say. I got some shit in the works. You know what I mean? That's gonna be the one. You feel me? That's gonna be the one. So, but anyways, like, man, like I said, man, I'm tired. Even though I'm very energetic right now because of this live feed, so I think the 122 people that's in here, I think the 124 people that's in here, for coming in here and allowing me to feed off y'all energy, you know what I mean, give y'all a little bit of my story, you know what I'm saying, for those that didn't know about shit that I've been dealing with. But yeah, man, I'm tired. I done made a lot of money in these 4 weeks, and I'm going to probably be home by the end of this week. I'm gonna be in Indiana tonight. So yeah. What's up with the title, Big J? A little bit of clickbait, a little bit of truth. That's the best way I can explain it. You gotta watch the replay, man. A little bit of clickbait, a little bit of, y'all know how I do. Hey, look, bro, y'all know my haters is out there strong, bro. SoCal hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about Shout out to SoCal, man, but you a hater, dog. I ain't never seen a bigger hater in my life. You so much of a hater, you don't even know you a hater. You just think that's how everybody think. But nah, you just a hater, SoCal. Sorry. Hate to be the one to tell you. But shout out to all the trolls that still making videos about me. Shout out to everybody. I love all y'all, man. I love all y'all because at the end of the day, a hater to me is just somebody that sees your potential before you do. Woo, that's good right there, right? Woo, I'm about to write that one down. I had to write that one down, man. I had to write, a hater is nothing more than somebody that sees your potential before you do. I might have stole that. I don't know. I might have to Google and see if anybody said that. If not, I might have to trademark that one. Put that on a t-shirt or something, boy. Woo-wee. Yeah, money. Let's see. Bro, check out HT. I watch HT Logistics all the time. When you get your bread right here, owns his truck and trailer, average 360 miles per week, is balling out of take months. Yeah, I be watching his channel all the time. I talked to him a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Again, HT Logistics he on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? It's levels to trucker. So I'm a couple levels away from where he at. You feel me? So, but that's, you know, I'm trying to get to his level and beyond. No disrespect to him, but I'm trying to get to his level and beyond. I know it's gonna take some time, man. He ain't been in the game. They say he's been in the game 10 years plus. So, you know, he done seen a lot, done a lot. He done put in a lot of work to get to where he at. I understand that you just don't elevate to that shit overnight. So I'm just taking my time, looking for the long money, not the quick money. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. So, you know, shout out to him. I might get his book too. 70 mile an hour. That's great. No wonder you 35. I mean, it don't always work out like that. Just because you govern it, I don't care what you govern. I know people ungoverned ain't doing but 25 to 3,000 miles a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people ungoverned ain't doing, like I said, the good HT Logistics dude that he was just talking about. He probably can hit 100 miles an hour in that truck if he wanted to, but he ain't, you know what I mean? I own my truck and trailer, but such thing as balling out. No such thing. That's a fact. No such thing. Owner op named Jay. Nah, man, I'm just a trucker named. I'm just a trucker named Jay. Got on my alarm. I supposed to look. I've been up this whole time. I woke up before my alarm. You know I'm ready to go home. So, but that's the alarm. So that means it's time to hit the road. Yeah, it's time to get on down the road, man, and get to this place and get delivered and find out the game plan to get me home. Right now I'm probably projecting if you get like 8 drivers to get money in VL with 1%, you can pay your lease note. Yeah, yeah, I've done that math. You know what I mean? I've done that math for sure. So, you know, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I've brought 4 people here at VL Trucking. So, if you want information on the referral program, it works like this: you get 1% of what the trucks make, in a month. No, that's my phone. That was my alarm. I apologize if I startled you. So, for example, again, just for example purposes, the guy that referred me here, Lloyd, shout out to him. In these last 4 weeks, well, pretty much in this month of August, I probably like 28,000 to my truck. 28,000. So he gonna get $280 from me next month. You're welcome, Lloyd. Shout out to you. I gotta call you too. You did text me to call you. I'm gonna call you today, Lloyd. But yeah, so he'll get $280. So, you know, if you come here and run stupid like me, and I referred you, I'll get $280 for you. So I mean, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's good. I just think that's decent, you know what I mean? Because the way that their referral programs work here is that I only benefit if you benefit. A lot of companies' referral program, I might get $1,000, I might get $500 after 90 days. It don't matter to me what happens to you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's how those referral programs are set up. But with this, the way here at VL, like, I eat as long as you eat, and I'm not eating a lot. It's just, you know what I mean? So I have referred 4 people here. I guess other people are applying, so keep applying, man. Like, if you want to come get money, man. If you don't. You know what I mean? It's cool. Don't make me no ever mind. Obviously, from what I've showed you today in this live feed, I'm not hurting for money to where I gotta, like, it's some people who their referral bonus is a part of their pay pack. Like, they calculate that shit in their budget. You know, oh, well, let's see how much money I'm gonna make off referrals. I'm not doing that. It's just extra money. It's nice, it's cool, I appreciate it. So, you know, so next month, you know, if those 4 people average, let's just say 24,000 miles, to each truck. Well, some of them came halfway through the month, but on a full month, if all of them make, let's say $25,000, right? Because they go home every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or however they decide to run. If they make $25,000 each truck, I get $250 each truck. So 250 times 4 is $1,000. So I get $1,000. I get $1,000. So, I appreciate it. Like, I'm not gonna flex with it, because that's just stupid. It's just trucking. Trucking is one of those industries where you are blessed enough to make money off of sharing good knowledge to people. But unfortunately, you have some who abuse it because they turn into a recruiter for a company that they know. Like, what I don't like the people that be recruiting for companies they don't even work for. Like, no disrespect, but if you know this company is shitty and you know that this driver gonna go here and ain't gonna make no decent money, don't recruit, man. Like, I really want to see people change their lives. I really want to see people win. Because if everybody winning, ain't no time for nobody to hate on nobody else. Ain't no time for nobody to count on nobody else's pockets. I know if you come to VL Trucking, you ain't gonna have time to count my pockets. You gonna be getting the bread your goddamn self. You feel me? But some of these companies people refer to and they make money off you, and you making $900 a week, and you try to hit them up, now you can't get in contact with her. I had that happen to me a couple times, listening to the word of somebody else, just doing a move off the strength of somebody else. Now I can't get in contact with you, and my situation looking like doo-doo. You know what I mean? So, just got to be careful. That's why I come up here and I try to, people be like, oh, you ain't got to, you putting out too much information. No, I'm putting out facts. I'm putting out real shit. So, are there any restrictions on trucks you can bring to VL? I don't. That's another side of it for like the owner ops that bring trucks on, but I don't believe so. You would have to call and talk to recruiting on that, but I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Good morning, people. Have a blessed day. You too, man. I used as a referral. Let me get them numbers when the time comes. Like age or anything. Oh, I think like you gotta be 23. I think, yeah, 23. Gonna be over 23. I think that's the only thing I think of. Skimp D, Deb D spoke highly of VL before she left to be an owner op and brought her truck. Yeah, like her videos was the main videos I was watching. So the only thing I didn't understand with her channel, and I probably go and comment and ask her, was, why didn't she lease her truck? Not so much lease a truck for VL, but because I think this leasing program with VL is really new. But I don't know for sure a fact, but when she bought her truck, why she didn't put her truck on, maybe she said in the video and I missed it, but I just understand why she didn't put the truck onto VL. Because you obviously at that point you should already have made connections, relationships, and all that at VL. So I mean, and the money that you can make as an owner op, I feel like that would only make sense. Maybe she felt like she didn't want to run that many miles on her truck. I don't know. What up, Time? Hey, look, that's who y'all need to talk to. Time to Shine, right there. That's who you need to talk to. Time to Shine getting big money. What up with you, baby? Can you get hazmat after coming to VL like within 90 days or something? Like I said, man, if you apply without hazmat, your application process might go a little slower. The way it was kicked to me is that trucks are starting to get scarce because this isn't a super huge company. So at some point they may not have availability. So, for when they do have availability in trucks, it's gonna go to the priority, which the priority is hazmat. You know what I mean? So, just because I'm promoting them don't mean that they, like, even now they might be out of trucks. I don't know. I came in when they had brought like 60, 70 of these Freightliners from truck country. So they might all be gone by now. You know what I mean? So it's not a super huge company like a Swift or Stevens, a Prime, where they just got buku trucks and everybody can come. Eventually they're going to run out of spots, you know what I'm saying, until they, bring in more trucks. So, but I would definitely recommend applying with a hazmat and tanker for priority. But I'm not telling you not to apply without it, but just if your process is going a little slower than normal, that's probably why, because they're looking for hazmat tankers. That's most of their customer free. Let's see. Can you pick your truck when you lease at VL Trucking? Now you kind of got to take. You can pick. You can pick what they have available. So, like for example, when I came, but it was all Freightliner. So I was in this as a company driver. So I just said, yo, I'm gonna just stay in this, and they let me do that. So you know what I mean. If that's kind of answer your question. So I chose to stay in this truck. So I know you getting that bread. Just hate you have to be away from the family so long. Yeah, again, man. You know everything in due time, man. There's levels. You know what I mean? This is my restart on shit, so I'm restarting at a certain level, and to get to a certain level where I can be home and make this money, you know, just gotta go through, gotta put your work in, put your time in, and do it the right way. You feel me? And not rush and do it. So I know you getting. And do they have Volvos? That's what they're supposed to be getting. That's what they're supposed to be getting. They're supposed to be getting Volvos. They're supposed to be having Volvo. I think they actually got like 2 of them now, if I remember what she told me correctly. Like, but they might not even be available now. They got, I mean, their phones are ringing. They let me know for sure. They you know, they showed their appreciation for sure. I can't get into the details of how they did it, but they definitely showed their appreciation for me promoting the company in a way. Yeah. So I mean, it's just. At this point, I would just say call and talk to them, man. Just all about what they got available. You know what I mean? Because again, like with these type of companies, you don't hear a lot about them unless you know you got people like me, Skimp D, or Debbie D. I think she changed her name. Me and Debbie D. Like you know, we come and we'll promote it, but it's not a widely known thing. It's not a secret, but people. Like, I don't know why, but in trucking, people go somewhere and start making money, and then they shut the fuck up. It's almost like they don't want nobody else to come and make that bread. They scared that it's going to go away when that's not the case. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's why VL Trucking is in this, because it's a decent-sized company. Like I said, it's probably at about 200 trucks by now. Out here in Jacksonville, want to tap the week off on a high note. How's the reefer side? Need hazmat for them all. You gotta talk to Time to Shine about that one. But they do well. I saw a VL Volvo yesterday in Texas. Okay, and the good thing about their Volvos, they got the 780. They got the big boy. Yeah, they got the big boy. They ain't got the little 670s. I wouldn't put a midget in a 670. Them shits are stupid small. You know what I mean? So I was supposed to get off here like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up off. I gotta go drive after this. But again, I appreciate y'all for being in here. Appreciate the energy. Appreciate y'all coming in, showing love. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'm just happy right now, man. Shit is going great, but I'm tired. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'll be home by the end of the week. Or sometime this week, middle of the week, end of the week. Sometime this week I'm gonna be home, and I'm staying home until probably the 1st of the month, honestly. Yeah. And today's the 17th, so I'll probably get home maybe 17th, 18th, 19th. I'll probably get home like the 20th or the 21st, and I'm probably gonna stay home until the 1st of the month. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. Because I got the money to do it. I got the discipline to do it. And this is, like I said, this is a big test for me because I'm going to go home with more money than I went home with when I went to Myrtle Beach and I spent all that money. That 10 bands I always tell you I spent at Myrtle Beach. It's like deja vu. Like it's literally deja vu. Except I didn't stay out as long with this lease as I stayed out with Swift to make that $10,000. Like it took me 13 weeks to make that $10,000. It only took me 4 weeks to make this set amount of money. You know what I mean? So, but as always, y'all already know what it is, man. It's stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking, and as always, remember, my new shit is a hater is just somebody who see your potential before you do. Oh, I like that. That shit is fire. Oh, that's fire. And every day is another step closer to where you want to be in life, man. So keep pushing, because I know I am, man. I'm gone.